Are you tired of the same old English resources that just don't seem to work? Today I'll be sharing 9 secret resources that most people don't even know exist. Some of them I'll be sharing straight from my heart because I personally used them when I was a beginner and intermediate learner. Let's begin with the first resource, News in Levels. I really like this website because it offers news articles in 3 different levels of English. And it's honestly perfect for learners of all levels, from beginner to upper intermediate, or maybe even advanced. The problem is, I know that a lot of advanced learners don't really like using, resources that are teaching you English. Normally, when you become advanced, you just use resources for native speakers, just authentic materials, and that's what I was doing too. I think this website is a great option because it helps you stay informed, about everything that is happening in the world, but at the same time learn English, because oftentimes all of those traditional, newspaper websites like New York Times, for example, the articles are pretty lengthy, they're pretty hard to read, especially for beginners. It's pretty much impossible, and sometimes you still want to read the news. So what do? You use this website. So I found this article about a robot making fries, and as you can see, you can click on level 1, level 2, and also level 3. And obviously the text is going to change a little bit. I love that every single level has this audio file, so you can listen to the audio and read and even practice shadowing if you want to. And once you click on level 3, you even see a video. Obviously, it's going to be better suited for learners of higher levels, just because I'm sure they're going to be using a lot of complicated words, but it's still amazing. So you have a lot of different options here. You can read, you can listen, and you can watch. And I really like that every single level has this little section called difficult words. And obviously the words are going to change depending on the level. For level 2, we have instruction, advantage, and AI. And for level 1, we have control, exactly, and demanding. And it's also great that they are using explanations in English. So if you don't know what demanding means, the explanation is very difficult. So you don't have to rely on your native language. Moving on to the next secret resource, TED Ed. You've probably all heard of famous TED Talks, right? But they also have a website. It's called TED Ed. And before you think that I'm gonna say something basic, like just watch the videos on their websites instead of on YouTube, what's the difference? No, I'm not gonna say that. The reason why I prefer the website over their YouTube channel, because they also have the YouTube channel called TED Ed, is because you have 4 different tabs here. You have watch, think, dig deeper, and discuss. So first you watch the video. I chose this one, the smell of rain, right? I feel like it's pretty interesting. Where does the smell of rain come from? Then you click on think and you have this little test. So it's great, it checks your comprehension. How well did you understand the video? Then you can click on dig deeper, and here you have all of these additional resources if you're really interested in this topic. To me, TED Ed works better for upper intermediate students and advanced students because yes, like usually the vocabulary they use is pretty difficult, and all of these additional resources are like from The Guardian, from the Science magazine. So obviously it's going to be very hard for beginners to understand all of this vocab. And when you click on discuss, you can actually participate in a discussion. So the question we have here is, how accurate do you think humans can predict rain? Which animals do you think can do it better? And I probably think that most of the people responding to this question are non-native speakers practicing their English. Moving on to my secret resource number 3, my language mastery program. I really hope it will help you achieve your language goals, like traveling, getting a dream job, or maybe connecting with people globally. It includes all of the science-backed techniques, all of the things that I personally do when I learn foreign languages. And I think most importantly, it teaches you how to create your own personalized system for language learning that is going to work for your needs and your goals. If you're someone who loves listening but struggles with writing, or if speaking makes you nervous, you will develop your own language learning approach along the way. My language mastery program will give you access to my custom Notion template to organize and optimize your language learning. So if you're ready to take your language learning to the next level and start seeing real results please check out my language mastery program. The link will be down in the description. You can also learn more about this course on my website at veronikamark.com. Moving on to the next secret resource, LyricsTraining. If you love music, if you love listening to songs and learning English this way, this is going to be an amazing resource for you. The way it works is you basically listen to a song you choose and you improve your listening skills this way, because you will have to fill in the missing lyrics. I think this method is very fun, very interactive, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So let's say you chose the song and you can select a game mode. So beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. Let's say intermediate. Okay, here it gets a little bit more complicated because you will have to fill in 2 words. But you can see that you have 1, 2, 3 dots, and then 1, 2, 2 dots. So it's probably gonna be for me. Here the word is going to be right. So darling, just dive right in. So yeah, that's pretty much the game. You're listening to your favorite song and you're trying to fill in the missing lyrics. This way you're going to be learning new vocabulary, because I'm sure there are going to be new words, new phrases, and it's a more active way to listen to music in English because you're going to be more engaged with the material. The next secret resource is the website called ELLLO, and it stands for English Listening Lesson Library Online. In a way, this website is similar to News and Levels. The only difference is it doesn't really talk about the news. It has a lot of cool lessons, and today I chose this one, Kids and Boredom. You can listen to the audio, you can read the script, and I do like this audio a little bit better because obviously it sounds a lot more natural. So you have the script, you have a different page with vocab, like pocket money, get the idea, spoil the kids, stick something outside, type of thing, hit a wall, and then you get a quiz for the whole lesson. Honestly, this website to me looks a little bit more like a full-on lesson, right? If we compare it to the News and Levels. And I do really like that in a lot of the audios you will find a native speaker. Here we have Todd, and a non-native speaker. So you're learning how to understand a lot of different accents, because people speak English in so many different countries of the world, and there are so many non-native speakers of English. The next secret resource is DeepL Translator. I highly recommend this translator over Google Translate. Even though I know Google Translate is kind of more popular, when you think about using a translator, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna, use Google Translator. But I do think the DeepL works a little bit better. I have found this specific translator to be more accurate. And I also like that it gives you more options, because Google Translate only gives you one option. When you type in, I want to eat apples today, well, maybe this is a very basic sentence, but I wish he could come to my birthday party, maybe something like this. Maybe DeepL, I'm not sure, but maybe DeepL is going to give you a lot of different ideas, how you can create the sentence in a foreign language. And I also really like the way DeepL translates certain idioms, because sometimes when you copy and paste like a big text and the text has a lot of idioms, phrasal verbs, Google Translate is going to translate everything word by word. And then you're reading it in your native language and you're like, it does not make any sense. And so DeepL is definitely better here. I highly recommend this secret resource. The next secret resource is going to be for those of you guys who love journaling, who love writing in English or in other foreign languages. It's called LangCorrect. It's basically a platform where you can write journal entries in English and get corrections from native speakers. It's going to be especially amazing for those of you guys who want to save money, who don't have a teacher maybe that they could ask for help, and for those of you guys who just love writing in foreign languages and you really want to make sure that a native speaker checks your writing. Secret resource number 8 is going to be a YouTube channel. One of my favorite YouTube channels when it comes to improving your American accent, Rachel's English. This is the YouTube channel that I personally used when I was actively working on my American accent. And I'm so grateful, honestly, so grateful to Rachel for providing all of this information to English learners for free on her YouTube channel. Her videos helped me so much improve my American accent, especially when I didn't have money to pay to like an accent coach, because those classes can be quite expensive. And I was a college student, I was broke, and I really wanted to improve my accent in English. I especially love her longer videos, like her 30-minute long or 40-minute long YouTube videos, where she goes literally word by word. She explains intonation, she explains all the sound, how you connect the words together, and how Americans pronounce those words together. It's amazing. Like, it is such an amazing resource, and I honestly think that her channel, like, it's from the heart, you know? I'm literally giving you guys something that has played such a big role in my English journey. A part of why I speak English the way I do is because of her YouTube channel. And finally, another resource that I used to use a lot when I was an intermediate student, I would say, or an upper intermediate student in English, is EngVid. It offers video lessons about so many different aspects of English, and I personally really liked their informal video lessons. Maybe about American slang, maybe about some dating related vocabulary. If you ask me what my favorite teacher was, I'm going to tell you it was Ronnie. So you basically go to their website, you click on teachers, you go to Ronnie, and you watch all of her English video lessons. Let's say you want to check out this one. Take the pig personality test. Learn about yourself in English. I mean, her personality is amazing. I think obviously you can see it now, like if you look at the thumbnail. One of the most amazing things for me about this website was the fact that every single teacher obviously had a different personality. And I feel like you will definitely find the teachers that you like more, maybe because of their accent, maybe because of their personality. And for me, absolutely, by far, my favorite teacher was Ronnie. I highly, highly recommend her video lessons. So I think it's going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm really sorry for my lighting today. The sun was like coming in and then hiding behind the clouds. I had to change my camera settings multiple times today, so yeah, I'm sorry. If you want to see a similar video about the most useful resources that help me go from zero to fluency in English, I highly recommend checking out this video right here. Just click right here and keep on watching. I'll see you there.